Hello my friends, this is Bud Brown living in Dumaguete City, Philippines. And in this video I wanted to talk with you a little bit about our vehicles here. First, we've been here in Dumaguete about 4.5 years, going on 5 years. 4.5, I don't want to exaggerate. But we didn't have a vehicle for the first, I guess, year, because I was a little bit nervous. Although I've driven motorcycles all my life, you know, the traffic here takes a while to get used to, the rules. And I've come to the understanding that it's very dangerous for someone who grew up in the States to drive here right away. And it's very dangerous for someone who grew up here to try to drive in the States right away. So as long as I've come to the conclusion that as long as everyone in that society understands the rules, like in the States, no one is allowed to go the wrong way on a one-way street, no exceptions. Here, there are exceptions, a lot of exceptions. In the States, it's not allowed to turn in front of somebody, or on the left lane turn right, or in the right lane turn left. No exceptions. But here there are exceptions. But as long as everybody in that society understands the rules, then, like, surprisingly here there are really not many accidents, except unless it's a foreigner and a local foreigner who doesn't know the rules here, going by the rules in their home country. So, but I didn't want to get into the driving part. I wanted to get into the vehicles that we have here. So I have several videos on the first day we brought this, it's called a Racal. It's an electric vehicle. Basically, it's just a golf cart, electric golf cart. And Gloria and I really liked it. It has a set of batteries, 5 12-volt batteries in a box, and of course the total voltage is 60 volts, and that's what the motor is run by, 60 volts. And then we had a backup set of 5 batteries, and they cost about, let me see, 8,000 pesos is about, I don't know, I can't think right now, but that's what they were for each set of batteries, 8,000 pesos. So we liked that, but there was no windshield and we were exposed because there was no body. And the wonderful thing about this area, oh, also, there's a lot of wonderful things. I was going to talk about having a body built, but I was just reminded that on this Racal electric vehicle, no driver's license required, no registration required. So we had a little license plate made up, and I told them what I wanted, because we have our dog Molly. So I said, I want you to put Molly Mobile, and they did, and then we put it on, and we drove around for a couple years. But as you can expect, the two main drawbacks on the electric Molly Mobile was, one, the range was limited. We could go 45 kilometers, and top of my head I can't think how many miles that is, but look it up at Google. So the range, I was good enough to go downtown, run around a little bit, come back, and then go downtown again, run around a little bit and come back, which was fine. And then also the power, you know, being electric, you're not going to have a lot of power. So as long as I started to say the playing field, as long as you're riding on a fairly level surface, is fine. But when you start to go uphill, it's rough. We did go up to Valencia, which is kind of up the hill, one time, and then we had to change over to the extra set of batteries to come back. Of course, coming back is downhill, so no problem there. So that's what we got at first. And then, now I'll tell you what happened. Well, we charged it every night. Took about 6 hours a charge. After, they say, I had a kind of like a charge-o-meter there, and when it gets down to about 40 or 50% of battery storage, you can really tell the difference in the speed and the power. So we charged it every night, and of course in the morning it was 100%, but little by little the batteries began to wear out, and we bought one set, a replacement, and then we went and we needed another set. Well, one thing, I was an idiot. I know batteries need to have the water level up. Well, looking at these batteries, there was no place plugs for put the water in the holes. So I thought it was a self-contained, self-maintained battery, if you know what I mean. Sealed, I think they call it. You don't need to. Well, next thing I knew, I went out and checked the batteries. They were all swollen up, which means they were ruined, dry as a bone. So we went to get more batteries. Well, they're going to be coming from China. It'll take a while. We waited after a month or two. They kept saying, "We got your number, we'll give you a call." And then after a year, maybe I'll show you, but as we passed by the place that are called dealership, shut down. Nobody there. Out of business or something, I don't know. So the Racal electric vehicle is dead in the water. Now, the guy told me the other day there was a dealership in Amlan, which is up the road a little ways. It's also where little John is living. So I may kill two birds with one stone, go to Amlan, check out, see if there's a battery, because I miss that little Racal. It's just as quiet as a ghost going down the road. And a lot of people, well, not a lot, but some have come here to Dumaguete because they wanted to ride in the Molly Mobile. So I do want to get that, and people are asking me, what's going on with the Molly Mobile? We're just waiting to get those batteries, and as soon as they do, we're going to use it, and we'll use it to run around town. Now, this morning, I went up to Valencia, took a fella up there, he's moving up there, and we used the Chariot. Now the Chariot is 175 cc, which is on the bigger, anybody that rides motorcycles, you're going to laugh when I say it's on the bigger, one of the bigger motorcycles, because in the States we're used to 450, 550, 650, 750, 1,000, 1,500 cc engines, big bikes. But here, the 175 that's the big one. So it's a gasoline engine, naturally. And that's what we've been using for the past 2 years. Now, I'm happy with it. Oh, and by the way, I'll get this out of the way. The cost. They were both about the same price. About 100,000 pesos, which is $2,000. So they were both about the same price. Of course, the Chariot, you have to have a driver's license. It has to be registered. So it has a license. We're waiting for it. It should come in any month now. So it hasn't come in yet. We've had it over a year. It's got. There's a basic thing on it, and then there's the windshield extra, and then a tarp in the back. And by the way, the tarp has ripped and shredded, so we just took it off. We're going to get another one. It's going to be nice and thick material, and we're going to have some nice seats in the back for Gloria. So that's what we're using these days, and I'm very happy with it. You got plenty of power, plenty of range. And it seems like every week or 10 days I'm putting about $10 in gas. So now gas here, by the way, is 50 pesos, which is $1, a liter, which is about a quart. So that means 4 quarts in a gallon, so that's $1 a quart. So that would be $4 a gallon approximately here. So okay, that's it. I'm going to wrap this up. Have a great day. Till next time. Bye-bye.